Welcome to Dave's Cooking Show at its new time slot of 4 p.m. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Now that I've got everything that YouTube wants me to say out of the way, let's get into the video. Gochujang Carbonara is on the menu today, and the first thing you're going to want to do is grab about a pound of bacon. I generally would recommend the thickest cut you can get, and you just want to chop it up into little pieces and then fry it up till it's done. And of course, once it's done, drain it. If you want, reserve about a tablespoon of the bacon grease. I'll show you why later. I didn't. I just used olive oil. Alrighty, as you can see here, I've added to a cup and a half of Parmesan, 3 egg yolks that I beat in a separate bowl, then I added it. Scraping out the last little bit of the egg yolk with a spoon. Then you want to add 2 tablespoons worth of gochujang. And then you want to grab your spoon and make sure this is all mixed together. And then you want to add a tablespoon of olive oil, like I said, or reserved bacon fat, whichever you prefer. And you want to give this a stir around and make sure everything is incorporated. And then just set aside. Don't worry, this will come together quick. Don't worry about it spoiling or anything. Okay, as you can see here, I have our 10 ounces of udon noodles in water. The way you cook udon noodles, at least from the ones you get from the grocery store, is you have the water on boiling, you put your noodles in, you drop the heat to low. And then you cook them for about 13 minutes. I would also recommend saving about a half a cup of pasta water. All right, let's move on to assembly. Alrighty, in a bowl we have our udon noodles that are all nice and done. We have our Gochujang Carbonara sauce. Don't worry, it doesn't look like much, but this sauce goes a long way. And also, there is something tricky with any carbonara, is you have to have everything kind of at the right temp. Because if your noodles are too hot, as you can see there, I added maybe a couple tablespoons of the pasta water. If your noodles are too hot, then when you're tossing the pasta in the sauce, it's not going to coat it. You're going to end up basically with scrambled eggs. So I'd give the noodles about 2 minutes to cool down. That should be enough to not, enough to cook the eggs, but not enough to turn them into, again, scrambled eggs. So, all right, we just want to toss this and coat this. And as you can see, I've not added any salt. That's because you should get enough salt for this dish from the bacon and the pasta. All right, as you can see now, I've got our carbonara in a bowl. I'm going to add some bacon on top of it. And again, this is a little bit more for decoration, but a nice little dusting of freshly ground black pepper. You're starting to see why I feel didn't need any salt. And then another dusting of freshly grated Parmesan cheese. And that's that. Gochujang Carbonara. Done.